Hello, I am Trevor Rainey, and so I decided to create the game of the classic game of rock paper scissors in the coding language of C using Visual Studio. And this here is the alpha version of that game of my project I'm trying to make. Um, so this alpha version still is a working rock paper scissors game. It is just very basic, and it does need some enhancements and quality of life improvements. But as an alpha stage, it's working, and it's a good base to start on to make good improvements to. And as you can see, we have four functions here, and yeah, like I said, it's very basic, but it works, and it's still a good way to play rock paper scissors in the language of C. So the first thing you'll do is be prompted. Well, first it'll welcome you to the game, but then you'll be prompted to make a choice between R, P, and S, obviously standing for rock, paper, and scissors. And when you make your choice, it will have the computer make it. Well, first it'll display your choice, but then it'll display the computer's choice. And the way the computer gets its choice is it randomly generates a number between 1 and 3, and the generated number corresponds to one of the letters, which I believe is a good way to randomize the choice of the computer and simulate the game and how it works in real life. And also, if you were to enter an invalid letter, one that's different than these three, it'll say invalid choice and to try again. And the three possible outcomes, of course, are a tie, a win, or a loss. And so what it looks like when you run the code and actually want to play the game is this. So this is what it looks like when you run the code in the alpha version, and you are prompted to enter your choice. I will do rock. And as you can see, the computer decided to choose scissors, meaning that I won. And then you will just have to close the window, and that is the completed alpha version. And it's a working game of rock, paper, scissors, but there's much more that could be added to make it better. And this here is the beta code for the project. It's still relatively simple for the game of rock, paper, scissors. It just has a few changes from the alpha. There's a new program in here, which is display choice, and obviously that displays the choice. It's more efficient this way, and now there's icons for each of the choices. And I like those icons because it makes it nicer to look at, and it will print the icons with the choice that was made. So what it looks like when you play the beta version is this. So this is the beta version, and this is what it looks like when you run it. There is those three icons that I've created for rock, paper, and scissors. And just like the alpha version, you're prompted to make your choice. I'll do rock, and I just won because rock beats scissors. And you'll be prompted to play again. And just like the beta, or just like the alpha, sorry, you can infinitely play the game. And when I decide to stop playing, this time it says, thanks for playing, goodbye. And it's kind of a better way to end the game than just having it say the generated press any key to close window message. So yeah, that's the beta. It's pretty solid, a good game of rock, paper, scissors, or good code for playing rock, paper, scissors, but I do think it could be improved upon, which is what we will get to now. So this is the final part, or the completed project as a whole, as I do not intend to make any more changes or improvements to it, because I believe this is a very solid game of rock, paper, scissors in the language of C, and I've made many quality of life improvements and built far off the alpha version at this point. to be a nice game of rock, paper, scissors and I believe I met all the goals that I wanted to achieve when I started the project, and I'm very happy with the outcome. So, as you can see here in the final project, there is now 6 functions, and this new one, verify identity, is an interesting one, and it's very useful, at least for me. So, here's the function to verify the user's identity, and as you can see, it will prompt you to enter your first name, your middle name, and then your last name, and then your email address. And if you enter my full name and email address, you'll be granted access and welcomed in. But if you enter the wrong credentials, you will not be able to access the game. So what that looks like is this. So this here is the final project, the final part, to my project. When you run it, it looks like this. It'll prompt you to enter your name. Let's say I enter the name John, and the middle name Joe, and the last name Doe, or Door is fine. And the email address, johndoe@gmail.com. I'll be denied access, as you can see, and then the window will close. So, this time around, if we enter my first name, and my middle name, and my last name, and then my GCU or school email address, which is trainee7@my.gcu.edu, I'll be granted access and welcomed into the game. Then the game will start. It'll prompt me to pick my choice between rock, paper, and scissors. I'll do scissors, and that time I won. And just like before, the game is still infinite until you decide to quit playing. Then this time, when you decide you don't want to play anymore, it will thank you for playing, but also tell you can click the X in the top right to exit, which is a nice way to have a graceful exit to the program. And yeah, that is the fully completed rock, paper, scissors game, and I'm very happy with the outcome. Thank you for watching.